Hey there, and welcome to Scandal Steep, where you get entertained about celebrity scandal. Should Martin Lawrence be enjoying his well-earned legendary status in Hollywood, free of drama and controversy? Absolutely. Yet behind the bright lights of fame, rumors have followed him for years. Whispers claim that Lawrence keeps his own personal blacklist of stars he despises, and insiders suggest he's finally ready to admit some of those names. Whether it was turning down projects because of money disputes, scripts he didn't like, or co-stars he didn't want to work with, Martin's career has been as controversial as it has been successful. If you ever thought Martin Lawrence was all jokes and no grudges, you may want to think again, because when it comes to feuds, he doesn't let things slide. Martin has always been remembered as the unfiltered, fast-talking, loud comedian who dominated the 1990s. From his hit sitcom Martin to the Bad Boys films to stand-up specials that left audiences in tears, he was undeniably comedy royalty. But behind that success was a different story, one filled with lawsuits, health scares, broken friendships, and whispers of personal struggles that most fans never knew. Before the fame, Martin's life was far removed from Hollywood glamour. Coming from humble beginnings, he carved out a space for himself through sheer talent and determination. But as he rose higher, so did the challenges. Over the years, Lawrence faced show cancellations, mental health struggles, arrests, and troubling behavior that fueled countless headlines. Now, as he looks back, he's reportedly opening up about the people who tried to block his success and those who clashed with him along the way. For decades, there have been rumors that Martin Lawrence could be difficult to work with. Insiders claimed he sometimes had a temper, and many alleged that he didn't always get along with his co-stars. Looking back at the trail of conflicts, it's hard to ignore the pattern. From public feuds to lawsuits and quiet fallouts, Martin's Hollywood story is filled with tension. Perhaps the biggest and most scandalous of these was his infamous clash with actress Tisha Campbell, his co-star and on-screen girlfriend on Martin. During the height of the show's success, their working relationship completely collapsed. In 1997, Campbell filed a lawsuit against Lawrence, alleging repeated harassment on and off set. Her claims were shocking. She accused him of verbal threats, inappropriate behavior during intimate scenes, and even attempts to initiate unwanted encounters. Things became so tense that Campbell temporarily stopped filming altogether. The network tried to sweep the matter under the rug, pushing through a few final episodes, but the chemistry was gone and the cast was divided. Rumors spun out of control, and Martin was at the center of it all. He denied all of Campbell's accusations, claiming he was unfairly dragged into her separate disputes with the network and insisting he had done nothing wrong. Still, the lawsuit shook his reputation. Eventually, Tisha Campbell settled the case after 4 months, returning to finish the show's final 2 episodes, but with one unusual condition: Martin was not allowed on set while she filmed. The last episode had to be cleverly edited so that Martin and Tisha appeared to share scenes together, though they were never actually in the same room. For fans, the tension was invisible on screen, but for the cast, it was undeniable. Even if parts of Campbell's claims were exaggerated, the awkwardness was very real. Another troubled relationship was with Carl Anthony Payne II, who played the lovable but goofy Cole Brown on Martin. On screen, Cole was a fan favorite, comic relief with charm and loyalty. But off-screen, things weren't so lighthearted. Payne has openly admitted that he and Martin were never friends, and insiders claimed the tension only grew worse as the show became more successful. While Tisha Campbell and Tichina Arnold had strong storylines and chemistry with Lawrence, Payne often felt pushed to the side. He believed Martin saw him as disposable, useful for laughs, but not respected as a true co-star. According to whispers, Payne even complained privately that Lawrence deliberately reduced his screen time and cut short any plots that gave Cole too much attention. By the later seasons, fans noticed his presence was shrinking. Insiders claimed this was no accident. Martin allegedly pushed writers to keep Cole as a one-note gag rather than a developed character. In a 2015 interview, Payne admitted that things started out fine, but as time went on, Martin's treatment of him made the set stressful and toxic. He compared it to being stuck in a bad relationship you couldn't escape, suggesting Lawrence was battling his own demons and taking out his frustrations on those around him. Beyond the tension on set, there were also money disputes. Some claimed Payne felt underpaid compared to the workload and popularity of the show, and Martin's controlling nature only deepened the resentment. Even after Martin ended, the bad blood lingered. Payne has been careful in interviews, often dropping subtle hints rather than outright attacks, but fans have picked up on the shade. Some even believe Martin's actions hurt Payne's long-term career, boxing him into typecast roles and excluding him from reunions. And then there was Garrett Morris, the veteran comedian who played Stan, Martin's over-the-top boss. Fans loved Stan's shady but lovable energy, and Morris's comedic timing gave the show a strong boost in its early seasons. But behind the scenes, it was a different story. Morris has openly said in later interviews that his departure from the show wasn't his choice. He claimed Martin pushed him out. Sources say Lawrence didn't want another seasoned comedian stealing his spotlight. With his legacy from Saturday Night Live, Morris was too strong a presence, and reportedly, Martin wanted him gone. Writers allegedly cut down Morris's lines and reduced his appearances until his character disappeared without explanation. Fans noticed Stan's sudden absence, and for years speculated why. Eventually, Morris clarified. He hadn't chosen to leave, he'd been forced out. For a man who helped pave the way for black comedians in television, being sidelined by Martin felt personal. Morris even discovered while in the hospital that his character had been written out of the show without warning. To this day, he maintains that it wasn't about creative differences, it was about Lawrence's ego. In the end, Martin Lawrence's legacy is both iconic and complicated. He gave audiences unforgettable laughter, yet behind the curtain there were scars, conflicts, and struggles that shaped his journey. Whether feuding co-stars, personal demons, or Hollywood politics, Martin's story reminds us that fame is rarely as simple as it looks. The laughs were real, but so were the battles, and they continued to define his place in Hollywood history.